What's going on, guys? It's Ethan from Vapers Canada. Today, we don't have any products. We're going to talk about something a little more serious. We're just going to highlight some of the new regulations. If you're not in Canada, disregard. This doesn't really apply to you. I'm not too in tune with the different regs outside of Canada. I do pay attention where I can because we do ship all over the world. But I am, and we all are, extremely in tune with the regulations that happen here because they affect us, right? So for those of you who live in Canada, who buy our products, even if you don't buy our products and you use vapor products and you are a resident of Canada, there are some new regulations. One of the new ones, and the biggest one at the moment probably, is the new federal nicotine cap. That nicotine cap came into effect July 23rd, 2021. So we are, I believe it's August 6th today, so we are in probably about 2 weeks now. Basically, that new nicotine cap means no products are to be sold over a nicotine content of 20 milligrams. So the highest amount of nicotine you can buy in your liquids, in your salt nicotines, in your disposables are 20 milligrams. Now, if you're like myself, I use 50 milligram disposables. That was kind of some bad news. I wasn't too happy about it. You know, there are companies who are making strides to try and change that, change the government's mind and try and get them to backtrack it a bit, but the government doesn't tend to backtrack too often. In the meantime, they're making up variants and trying different ways of mixing free-base nicotine with salt nicotine to recreate that 50 milligram salt nicotine hit. For those of you that are free-base vapors, it's not too big of a deal for you. Most people who vape free-base and regular e-liquid and free-base nicotine, you're looking at 3 milligrams, 6 milligram, 9 milligram, 12 milligram at most. So it doesn't affect you too much. This was more of a control on salt nicotine products, on disposables, on closed pod systems like Stealth. So yeah, that is a new thing. So keep that in mind. Anywhere in Canada, you cannot buy anything above 20 milligrams, okay? Another regulation that came into effect on July 1st was the new CRC regulation, which is Child Resistant Certification, meaning every piece of hardware that enters, or device, when we say hardware, we're talking about kits and pod systems and devices. Anything that enters Canada now, or that a manufacturer like Smock or Aspire or UL wants to retail in Canada and sell wholesale to wholesalers in Canada who then sell to retailers like us, has to pass a certification from Health Canada and get that seal of approval for CRC. CRC is basically a child resistant thing. It's to do with making sure that the liquid inside the tank isn't easily accessible to a child. So it has to do with making sure there's a locking mechanism for the coil in most cases, so the coil is not easily removed, and that the fill method isn't as easy as well, right? Another thing that we're currently in the midst of, this isn't in effect, this is something that is looming over us that we currently have a lot of our customer base working towards, you know, combating, because as businesses, there's only so much we can do. Sometimes our opinions get looked at as bias. People aren't, you know, or not people, but the government isn't too happy to talk to us about this because to them it looks like we're losing revenue, we have something to lose, we're not thinking of the bigger picture here. What we have is a possible flavor ban. So flavors are extremely important to vaping, right? This is something that the government has been talking about for quite some time, and every time this does come up, we do our due diligence to make sure we combat it in any way we can, right? So there will be a link in the description to a email template that all it requires is your name and your home address, and it sends a pre-drafted email to your local MP, pretty much voicing your displeasure with the proposed flavor ban and your concern and how it will affect you as a consumer and you who use these products, right? The government views flavors as enticing children. We've been around for 8 years. We've done this for a very long time. A lot of our counterparts have done it for a very long time. And we do done this, you know, in this industry, retailing these products for a very long time. And we do everything we can to safeguard our products and our industries and make sure that they don't get into the hands of people who aren't supposed to have them. So with that being said, if you haven't yet, take a moment to fill out that that email template. Take a moment to reach out to your local government and let them know that you don't agree with this. You are their constituents. We are the ones who put these people in office, so we deserve to get a say, right? So if you have any questions regarding any of these new regulations or anything that you don't quite understand or are unsure about, always be sure to reach out to us. Give us a call, send us an email. We're always happy to help. Every time you reach out doesn't have to be related to a product or a question or anything like that. It can simply just be, can you explain this to me? It's what we're here for, right? So make sure you check out that link in the description. Check out the survey, or keep saying survey, the email campaign. And if you have any questions, please reach out. See you guys in the next video.
Time to make the change. Vapers Canada. Vapers Canada.